Hey guys, Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA video, we're going to be talking about a feature that the brand new version of Grand Theft Auto Online might actually have when it arrives on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. So this has been one of the more, I'd say, controversial things that Rockstar has done over the last couple of years is re-releasing Grand Theft Auto 5 for the next generation consoles in 2021. Now, according to them, they're going to be expanded and enhanced with new features and content. And so far, we've only really seen one Newswire post from Rockstar, and of course, the announcement trailer from Sony. Now, as a quick reminder, this is what Rockstar had to say. As recently revealed at Sony's PlayStation 5 digital event, the adventures of Michael, Franklin, and Trevor are coming to a new generation of consoles, including PlayStation 5, in the second half of 2021. The new generation versions of GTA 5 will feature a range of technical improvements, visual upgrades, and performance enhancements to take full advantage of the latest hardware, making the game more beautiful and more responsive than ever. And for the massive and vibrant community of Grand Theft Auto Online players worldwide, the journey throughout the ever-evolving shared world of GTA Online will continue on to the new generation, with more new updates, including additional GTA Online content exclusive to the new consoles and PC. There will also be a new standalone version of Grand Theft Auto Online coming in the second half of 2021, which will be available for free exclusively for PlayStation 5 players during the first 3 months. Additionally, all PlayStation Plus members on PlayStation 4 will get $1 million deposited into their Maze Bank account within 72 hours of login each month they play GTA Online until the launch of Grand Theft Auto Online on PlayStation 5. Stay tuned to the Rockstar Newswire for many more details on the new versions of GTA 5 and much more to come in the months ahead. Now, since that original announcement on June 11th, 2020, there have been some little hints and clues that Rockstar could be soon to announce actually more details on this, because when I'm recording this video, we still don't really have a release date. We don't have a ton of details on what those new features and improvements are going to be. But as the weeks have gone by, we've actually started to see listings of GTA 5 for the next generation start to appear on various digital retailers. So sites like Amazon and a whole bunch of other places. And this has given us a pretty good idea of potentially what to expect with the new version of GTA 5. Remember, that first listing was actually found on Amazon Mexico. And the big thing that we were able to take from this is that it looks like there's going to be multiple editions of the game when it releases on PS5. Probably like a standard edition, a enhanced edition, premium edition. I don't know what adjective Rockstar is going to use for it. I'm sure it'll either include some like real life bonus or some in-game monetary amount. But we started to see stuff like that popping up, which indicates that it looks like things are actually pretty close to be releasing on Rockstar's end. Now, this is where things start to get a little bit interesting, because the other day there was another digital video game website that started putting together a listing for GTA 5 on the PS5. And I don't know a whole lot about this website. It's bol.com, which I think is based in the Netherlands. So you'll have to forgive me if there's any like translation errors here, or if there's any price difference or something like that. But they are the latest website to post up GTA 5 for the PS5. And this is what it looks like right here. You guys can see that it's like an all black box. I don't know if this is going to be the final design for the PlayStation 5. I think that's unlikely. But as you guys will also see, there's like another PS5 game that looks eerily similar to that. So again, I don't know if that's going to be the final design. It doesn't look like it, because even the top part of Grand Theft Auto is cut off there. So it certainly seems like it's a placeholder. You guys can see there that it is for the platform PlayStation 5. It is not yet published. It has a placeholder release date of December 31st, 2021. Now, I see that a lot, and a lot of people go like, wait a minute, is that when it's coming out? No. That is just like a placeholder date. It's clearly not going to come out on New Year's Eve 2021. That's just how they have it for now. Also, you guys can see the price there is $74.99. there's been a lot of rumors on like what the price of next generation games are going to cost. Some companies have already gone out and confirmed, saying like, yes, there's going to be a price increase. That's just the way that inflation works over the years. Other companies like Ubisoft have come out for now saying that there's not going to be a price increase and that they're going to be keeping their games, at least at the moment, at the $60 mark. So in my opinion, that's going to be one of the most interesting things we get from this when Rockstar does officially reveal is what are they going to make the price of a game that technically came out in 2013? Like this would be the second re-released edition, and would Rockstar price it like $70? In my opinion, I feel like unless the game comes with like a ton of new content, like a new DLC or a ton of story mode content or a bunch of other extras, that I don't see how it could be worth $70. I mean, again, it's the same game we've been playing since 2013. So that's why I think Rockstar might be kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place right here. And there's also a lot of things that we might not necessarily know. Like there might be a lot of business things on the back end where Sony or Microsoft is like, no, you have to price this for like $70. You can't price it super low. Otherwise, it'll throw off the price of like other games that are new coming out for the PS5. Like I said, that's why in a lot of these cases, you kind of have to give Rockstar the benefit of the doubt because it's like, ooh, I don't really know what's going on here. Now, this website also does give a general product description. It says, this is GTA 5 for the PlayStation 5. The adventures of Michael, Trevor, and Franklin come to the PlayStation 5. The new generation versions of GTA 5 will include a range of technical improvements, visual upgrades, and performance enhancements to take advantage of the latest hardware, making the game more beautiful and responsive than ever. Now, it does say that the price is an indication, and as more is known about this release, the price may be adjusted. So it's very possible that that is not the final price right there. Again, it's also very likely that we will hear from Rockstar soon regarding this. Now, one of the more interesting features from this listing is what they actually listed regarding the player count for both single player and multiplayer. So under the product description of game options, it gave us 3. It said split screen, no, number of players, and then number of players online, 64, and number of players offline, which would be 1. So for single player. So that is very interesting because as it currently stands in Grand Theft Auto Online, the maximum number of players that you can have in a lobby is 30. You won't see any more of that. That is a full lobby. So it kind of makes you wonder on the next generation versions of the game, is Rockstar going to be increasing the player count that you can have in a session? Now, I had always thought that that number 30 was settled for a couple of different reasons. Number one, that was the original amount that they could get when the game was out on PS3 and Xbox 360. And number two, I feel like Rockstar also built the size of the map to accommodate roughly 30 people. I mean, if you guys get in a 30-person lobby right now, you'll notice that if you're especially in the more dense parts of the map, like the city and around like various landmarks, it can be kind of congested. Now, if you get like outside of that and you go towards like the mountains or something like that, yeah, you're not going to run into as many players, but it still is a little bit overcrowded in the city. So it makes you wonder if adding 34 new players on top of that would be such a smart decision. Now, I know that there are separate Grand Theft Auto Online, like role-playing servers that are completely detached from Rockstar's official multiplayer that have way more than 60 players, and they seem to make it work just fine. But how would that work on Rockstar's end? And then that brings up another question, and another theory to this is, how would they make it work technically? I mean, that's already one of the big Achilles heels of Grand Theft Auto Online is the servers and the loading times and how you're stuck in the cloud simulator. You would think that would just get worse with, extra players that were added, even if you were on additional hardware. Now, the only thing that might end up solving this problem is the standalone version of GTA Online. Maybe a lot of the issues that Rockstar has with the performance of Grand Theft Auto Online is the fact that it's attached to the single player. Now, I'm no game developer, and I don't really know the technical limitations behind doing something like this, but you would suspect that maybe separating the multiplayer from the single player would give Rockstar more stability, thus allowing them to have 64 players. And really my final thoughts on this is I could see this being as a good thing and a bad thing. It really depends on the lobby. I think you could say that about most things in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you had like 64 players that were all having fun, that were like lining up for car shows, that would be a blast. But if you had 64 players that just wanted to go on like a massive killing spree, it would be a little bit frustrating. It would be very hectic and chaotic. So, like I said, I feel like there's probably some good to this. There's definitely some bad to this. You guys can let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Now, when I think we are officially going to hear more information from Rockstar is probably going to be after like all the updates come out for Red Dead Online and GTA Online. So when I'm recording this video now, Red Dead Online's update just released. GTA Online's update is going to be coming out likely in a couple of weeks. So I feel like once they get those two things out of the way, then Rockstar will probably be more freed up to talk about what's going to be coming next. They also might be limited in what Sony and Microsoft are up to. Maybe Rockstar can't reveal as much because Sony and Microsoft haven't revealed as much. So like I said, that's why when people point the finger at Rockstar, they're like, why aren't you releasing info? Like, we haven't heard anything in ages. Sometimes their hands might be tied behind their backs. They might be waiting on like other people, like Sony or Take-Two Interactive, their parent company, or Microsoft to say like, okay, Rockstar, you can talk about this stuff now. So that's why I never like to jump to conclusions on stuff like this. But it would be nice to get some more information because right now it hasn't been a whole lot of positivity behind Rockstar re-releasing GTA 5 again for the PS5 and Xbox Series X. But anyways, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about the brand new listing we found today and how it apparently has Grand Theft Auto Online with 64 total players in lobbies. That would be insane. Let me know if you guys think that would be good or bad, indifferent in those comments down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.